5 things an actor should not do during an audition.
Things an
actor shouldn't do.
I think everything's on the table.
Tell them how funny the material is or how well it's written. That's insulting because you go, this is really funny. Well, how did you think it was going to be? So that's one I would say.
Oops. No.
Don't ask them to validate your parking. Don't say, usually when they put me on tape, I'm not wearing anything.
Okay. Unless you're in the valley.
You guys got 2.
Okay. I got one and you got one?
Left.
Yeah, I guess. All right, you go for it.
I think one thing you shouldn't do is you shouldn't shake hands with anyone. You shouldn't presume that someone's gonna greet you openly. Because they don't.
Wow, well, I have failed all of these. I'm like, this is so funny, and I give them a hug. So fail.
Fail. Go ahead, there's one left.
Pero let's see. For me, it's just don't overthink. Like, just go. Like, I just say, hey, this is my gift to you, have fun. Instead of like, is this what you want? I never think that. I think, hi, this is my gift, microphone drop, and you just leave.
Okay, so that's why you don't work more. George Lopez.
Okay, so then once you get the job, 5 things an actor does on set that are huge mistakes.
Direct another actor.
George is trying to direct me left and right.
No, listen, no way. I think sit in somebody's chair.
Really?
Yeah, if you sit in the executive producer's chair as an actor, or just go to catering and shut up.
Yeah, I think just showing up, like, what bothers me is you have 200-person crew. People wake up at 4 in the morning. They're spending 17 hours a day. And I really don't like when people aren't prepared.
Right.
That's my big thing. Like, to me, acting is like tennis. You can't out-act somebody. You throw them the ball. Depending on how they hit the ball to you is how you hit it back. So to me, it's just be really prepared. I think even if that means whatever if it's like not knowing the lines at all, but you kind of know what the scene's about, whatever, or you know the lines inside out, you can, whatever it is, but I just feel like it's really disrespectful if people are like figuring it out there while everyone is like just waiting. Right? Or what do you think is like the worst thing?
No, I think that's right on.
Leave before someone's coverage, like you go somewhere and then you're not there for the other actor.
Oh, yeah.
You have to go to dinner or something.
Gotcha.
Hey, they're gonna act with you because I gotta go.
Yeah, they'll be like, act with this piece of tape.
Yeah. Or talk loud about something that nobody cares about, which would be their own life.
Oh my God, George.
I think that's fine. That's good.
Yeah.
That's 5 good ones.
For this film, did Ben and Joe allow you just to improv a dialogue, or were they very strict with the script?
I think we kept to the script. I mean, there's a lot of information in there, and there's a lot of pertinent and important information, and I think it was good to stick to it. I mean, there were moments when we got to play and have some fun, but I think the script is so well written. I think if we played within the script, we were good. So,
I think that maybe you guys, ad-libbing is only good in comedies. I don't think it's good in dramatic, because how are you gonna make it sadder or more dramatic? Wow, he's really dead. It's already, the guy's dead. You don't, so I think drama doesn't really, does it or not?
Yeah, well, the only improv that I did was just add Spanish, which Ben was cool with. I said, look, they're having this really intimate conversation, and they've been together forever, and I just feel like she would speak Spanish to him. And he was like, please, so there's a couple things that I said in that scene that I just said, I just spoke Spanish to him. But other than that, yeah, it's so well written, you just don't have to mess with it.
Was there chemistry between you two? Because I don't see it in the movie, but was it when you guys were shooting?
Raúl.
Was there or not? Because it didn't come across
Is there
on
such
screen,
thing as
but-
too much chemistry, George? There might
There
have
is
been
a thing
too
as too
much.
much.
That's the 6th thing you don't do on set, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well.
Yeah, but you guys got along. No, it's very sweet, your relationship.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
important. I mean, Ben and Joe had us meet well before we even went off to shoot the movie, and I think that added to the chemistry. I think it gave us a little bit of history before we walked on set in that way. And I think that was important that we spent time before we landed in Calgary where we shot.
Yeah, and when we met Joe for the first time, Joe's like, you guys have known each other forever. And I said, and he said, Ben, how long have they known each other? and we're like, we just met an hour ago, and Joe couldn't believe it. Remember we went out for tequila, and
I picked
and he picks me up, and by
Yeah.
the time the car ride ended, we just, I don't know,
Yeah.
I felt like I'd known you for a long time.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Just last story, anything that happened on set where it seemed like it was going to be a disaster, and then at the last minute, something happened and it pulled it all together.
How much time do you have? No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, it's it's independent filmmaking, so there's all kinds of little disasters, but it's how well people deal with them, and that's kind of part of filmmaking. It's at least in television, you develop a rhythm to shooting, and in television, it's over, and by the time you start developing some, this kind of rhythm. So, but you can really tell the character of the crew and how they handle all those little accidents. And I think the crew just it was well, everyone gelled really well and dealt with adversity in the best way you can ask for.
We have a scene, he and I, in the ambulance, and it's very tight. So it was Raul's laying down, I'm over there, and the paramedic is, I mean, he really was acting, "You're gonna be all right." He's getting in front of the camera. Huh? He goes, "Hang on." And Ben's like, "Hey, that dude," I said, "This dude needs to bring it down a little bit." So I think he just ended up not talking and putting an IV in.
George, that was like
Remember
his
that dude?
dream as an actor.
Remember that dude? Just take it easy. You're like, "Hey, man, this guy, it's too loud for this little area."
That was the time.
He's ordering a nurse around. There's no nurse in there. I need some saline. Stat. Dude, we're the only ones in here. So I think that you can do too much because it's the one thing, he holds it up. I think this is gonna work. The thing comes up in the air. All right.
No, but I will say, George being a stand-up comedian, he is unrecognizable in this film. Like, his dramatic work as an actor is piercing and grounded and connected, and I really am so proud. I just want to say that. I'm very excited. Yeah.
You got me to read the script 5 months. She was telling me how great the movie was, and I didn't, I'm golfing. I ain't got time to read. So it was going to go away, and she said, really, really, I'm telling you, don't miss this opportunity. I'm glad that, I partially read it.
You read just
I'm
your parts?
dyslexic, man. Why don't you just give me the Encyclopedia Britannica to look at? Encyclopedia, that's what I call it. The Encyclopedia Britannica.
I know we're gabbers.
¿Cómo se llama? Encyclopedia.
Thank you so much.